I'm Bradford. I'm a freshman. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. My major here, or I'm a student here, sorry, and my major is psychology and my minor is human development. I might change it. I'm young. I don't know what I want to do. Not yet. It just seems like a good idea right now, but we can get educated nonetheless. So, I'm here to talk about what's called the P.H.O.E.N.I.X Initiative. It's an acronym that stands for Preeminent Holistic, see if I remember it. No, I don't. Opportunities for engaging new ideas and opportunities. I said that wrong. Ideas and excellence. The program was actually started by Mr. Sean Robinson in the back. Put his hand up right there. And then Dr. Coates, he's actually a professor here. And Sean's a PhD student. He's also an advisor in the AIC here on campus. So, yeah, I just went through an introduction. I don't know if you want to introduce yourself or at some point.
My name is Sultan Muhammad. I'm a junior here at the University Human Development major and part of the P.H.O.E.N.I.X Initiative group.
So, yeah, like I said, it was a group started by Mr. Sean Robinson. And, pretty much what it was just sitting down and kind of analyzing sort of a need for it on campus. It's no secret that African American males in particular are underrepresented in post-secondary education. And so, he came to me with the idea and he's like, we just come to a meeting. And I'm like, sure. And so I got involved. And the reason why I got involved was because, speaking from a general African American perspective, I knew how difficult it can be coming from these urban settings where not only do the majority of people look differently than you, they even talk differently than you. And that can be something that's almost impossible to overcome, because unfortunately, we associate when we see people that look differently than us, we kind of subconsciously associate a sort of inferiority, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And so it can kind of scare some people away. But with this group, what it does, it gives you the opportunity to see that, yes, there are African Americans pursuing post-secondary education. And me personally, what it did for me is it gives me the opportunity to see people that look like me, guys that look like me doing the same thing that I'm doing. Because now you can't complain if Sultan here has a more difficult schedule than I do, yet he's keeping up. It's like, what are you complaining about, Javars? He has a little tougher than you do right now. And it's like, and it also just gives you, in life, we need examples. When they give you a definition of a word, they give you an example to better your understanding. So we need those examples in life in order to keep moving. And that's what really the group is. And at the same time, we're being educated about things that are really life-changing. Just looking at the world from really a free perspective. So, yeah, and I kind of went into the next bulletin, the importance of the initiative. But just to reiterate, the importance of the P.H.O.E.N.I.X Initiative is bringing African American males together to believe that, one, this is where we should be, understand the importance of education, and to educate ourselves on things that we can do to better ourselves in the community and our people. That's the wrong button. Here we go. Yeah, like I said, it's no secret that the retention rate, or not even the retention rate, we're just underrepresented in post-secondary education. So much to the fact, although there may be more things that contribute to it, UW Green Bay actually has what's called the Minority Retention Grant, which is a scholarship given to African American males who stay. So if that kind of gives you an idea how difficult it can be to get us here, but like we were talking about earlier, all you need is that seed, that small seed, and then watch it sprout, and we can just grow from there with faith in mind. And it's a social group. It really is. We can, we may have days where we're talking about a serious social issue that happened in the news, or, if you just need to come and talk about what's on your mind. Or we had a few meetings where Dr. Coates had asked us, how are you guys feeling? What's on you? Let me know what's going on with you. And we need that sometimes because, like I said, you may feel like the person you talking to, they'll listen, but they can't understand because they don't come from the same place as you. There's so many barriers that go on outside of being in college that we face. It's just such a new setting, so many things that go into it. And so the initiative is important because you get to have those ideas, you know, kind of sort of examined and like kind of venting in front of a group of people. So it's powerful in that sense because it can be sort of a stress reliever in so many ways. So, yeah, and this is kind of serve as our mission statement, so to speak, of what we're trying to do. I kind of went into it, but I guess putting the proof in the pudding. Okay. Yeah, and then you want to take over from here, Sean?
All right, so these are some statistics I got from the Office of Institutional Research and Assessment they gave me today among the numbers of black men from our school district coming to Green Bay. You can see one per graduation cohort in the last 10 years. So our black men from the public school systems are not even, they're graduating, they're not even coming to school, but in a sense they might not even be graduating from our public school system. We're sitting in an area where the demographics are changing completely. You know, we have a lot more black males, and it's really critical to develop college and career readiness programs for these young black men to get them prepared for not only college but the real world itself. So this is some statistics, ACT English scores for black and white males. You can see the nice little gap there from 2002 all the way to 2012. Yeah. Yes, sir.
You know how many black people, like how many black students in the Green Bay area, like in the Green Bay public schools, took the ACT or SAT last year?
That I do not know. I get the information for you if you'd like me to.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, that's probably the whole gist is probably to get more black people to come to GB. I think that's low-hanging fruit, in my opinion. I think if you can get more black males, black people in general, taking the ACT in the public schools that are around here, and then use the university, use the campus as your selling point, I think we got something. That's an initiative that maybe the Intercultural Center can work on. And I'm willing to help out there just because, like I mentioned, I coach a lot. For whoever, I'm James Daggs. I graduated from GB. I came to GB in 1999, played basketball here under Coach Bennett, went to 2 NCAA tournaments, so had a good time here. But, my wife works here too, so I kind of have a little inside baseball. But that, in my opinion, if the whole goal of this, what I want to get out of this, is to get more black people in the local schools around here, whether they be at Preble, West, East, Bayport, any of the peer schools, to take the ACT, just to take it. Because I know if they take it, that's the whole goal. That's my whole intention. If I can do anything to better that, that's what I'm about. That's what I'd like to see.
But isn't the ACT mandatory in the state of Wisconsin?
But black males, I don't think too many black males or females take it. Even in high school.
But that was a mandatory, right? That was mandatory in high school to take it, in order to graduate.
You have to go to high school to take it, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I understand where you're coming from.
It's not mandatory. You just have to.
No,
if you want to go to college, it's mandatory.
Yeah, college.
Oh, okay.
And then you think about how many young black men or females actually have a relationship with their high school counselors. I'm a former high school counselor from the city of Chicago, and most of the kids that I worked with, none of them even came to see me. I had to hunt them down. And you think about the relationship between the counselors here and the students. There might be a disconnect. The next one you're going to see is going to open your eyes. It's pretty sad data right here. The next one you're going to see, you might not like this one. This is advanced reading scores between black students and white students from 2002, 2011, 4th, 8th, and 10th grade. Now let's look at 2011 real quick. In 10th grade, only 14.3% of black students were at advanced reading scores, compared to 61.3% of white students. So you talk about ACTs, and you talk about reading scores, this gap is a trend since 2002 to now, present. So you wonder how come our young generations are lost. You know, half of them can't read.
You know that, Pastor knows that. Why do you think so, Pastor?
You know, I believe there's also a family breakdown, first thing, but yeah, it's amazing.
It's eye-opening. It makes you think about not only the family dynamics, but also what's going on in the school systems with understanding the cultural aspects of where these kids are coming from, also family aspects. There's a lot of variables that play a part in this. And I mean, you could just look across the board and really ask yourself what's changed since 2002 to 2011.
So we literally had a drop last year from 2010 to 2011, right?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
You see, it's consistently just up and down. There's no consistency. But if you look maybe at more of the white students, it's been kind of consistent across the board. Maybe a couple drops here and there, or increases. But for the most part, the black students have been really struggling since 2002. Yeah, I just want to show you that it kind of sticks out, a little bit more. To wonder why some of the students might not be taking ACTs. They might not be able to read. And then they get in trouble. That fear factor, and they're disrespectful in the classes. They're disruptive because they're frustrated. So there's a lot of variables that play into this factor. So we started a junior P.H.O.E.N.I.X Initiative Advisory Board for the community. It's developed by Crystal Thomas and Mr. Curtis Lewis. And right now they're looking for 5 more community members to serve on this board to really look at starting to establish policies and strategic planning for equity and access for black males in our district, and just assuring that availability, equity, adequate resources for the junior P.H.O.E.N.I.X Initiative members are served. And one thing we want to start doing is doing parent seminars. And on our website, our first seminar is next week, Saturday, from 11:30 to 1, and it's about college access and college application. So we're hoping that more families will bring their sons or daughters to these initiatives to learn about college access and application process. Anybody have any questions so far? If you have any questions, you can jump in anytime you like. And so our next step is for the students that do enroll in here as freshmen, we're looking to have a course for them to really develop their academic progress and their social development too. And then one thing that we discussed in the spring is that we're looking to select 12 young black men from the community, 12 only, to kind of shadow and attend some of the meetings with the college students, just, to try to build that relationship and bridge that gap between what's happening in the school systems and what's going on in the college level, so they can see role models like Mr. Javar's Bradford was talking about. They can see men like themselves who come from environments like they come from, who have made it. So it's trying to do something different. And we have applications here. They're sitting in the back. I can hand them out to you. And what they do is they fill them out by the 11th, and the students here will take a look at them and see which ones they want to work with. So it's.
Do you have access? My thoughts are. My initial thought is, what is your pool of prospective African American students for the initiative?
We're looking at high schools.
So
or
basically,
churches.
like you're after someone who made up their mind to at least attend college,
or ones that even have that thought in mind.
Okay. We can reach.
Yeah, we can reach.
My thought process is if I can get your ear, not even for that long, but I'm gonna say something that's gonna be appealing to you. I'll make you think. Why is it even, you know?
So basically, right now, you're gathering your pool of people of the potential candidates. Is that fair to say? Or are you going to the public schools to ask, please talk to your class?
I would like to take that option, but we haven't had a lot of politics.
Okay, I understand. I understand that role. Okay.
Especially as from a free thinking standpoint, you know, from a black man perspective, it's
Right.
difficult.
I understand. Okay.
Just keeping it real.
I understand.
So we're just trying. So if you have any suggestions or any different perspectives, a way of looking at it, or a way we can get into the school systems here, and that actually brings up the next point is that we would like to schedule some sort of assemblies at the local high schools to discuss this importance of this project with the black youth. And we're looking for the community parents who have sons at these schools to kind of help us out, because their voices are more important and more powerful than ours to get us in. And so we're looking at, you know, trying to organize something at the child's high school, because really time is our enemy right now. You know, the enemy is time, and every day we lose, every hour we lose, every week we lose a student to something. So we're just trying. And then really all future academic summer events or activities that we're doing will be listed on our website. So we're trying to really get out there, and via email too.